Hi everybody, today's day 3 of my 14-day water fast, and yesterday was kind of weird. I was expecting that it was going to be very tough on me and physically, and I was weak at first. In the morning I was pretty weak, but later on my hunger completely disappeared, which on the first day, I was pretty tempted to eat and really would like to eat, but during the second day I already started easing off of the hunger feeling, and at the end of the day I actually had quite a bit of energy, which was kind of weird. Like, I got this surge of energy, and I think I've had this in my recent fast as well, where at night you suddenly feel all this energy. And I think it could be that it's starting to switch over to the from the glycogen storage to fat storage. So that's one advantage that you have when you water fast is you don't put any more energy in, so you're actually starting to use your fat, and that's high energy. So I had that burst of energy, but then at 11 or something I was pretty tired, which usually I stay up quite a bit later. So it's kind of good, I guess. I get more sleep this way. Go to bed a little bit earlier, and I really need that. My weight today is 177, so already 3 pounds less than what my weight was supposed to be before. 8 pounds less if you count the weird number 185 that I had when I started, but I knew that was kind of off because of how much I ate the day before. So 177, not that much more to go, I guess, but still quite a few days to go. So we'll see that how this develops, how low I get, and where I end up after the water fast. Some people have been commenting and asking how this weight compares to the first 21-day water fast. And I ended my 21-day water fast at 165. I had started at 200 pounds, so 35 pounds difference. But the 165 after 21 days of not eating, 3 weeks, is really not accurate. You lose a lot of water weight, which is kind of ironic since you're drinking only water. But when you store fat, you also store water with it. So, some of that weight was really, came back on right away. It took about, I think, a couple days to normalize, and after a week or so, I was at 172, and I kept it pretty steady, under 175. And whenever I got over 175, I fasted for 1 day. That kind of kept it in check. But then I was working out a lot, and I couldn't really do the 1 day water fast, consistently. And I knew that I would gain weight and muscle since I was working, bodybuilding. So I really wasn't too worried when I got around 175 again and starting to climb a little bit. I still basically weighed myself once a day, so that's how I keep track. Otherwise, if you don't do that, you kind of can lose focus on where you are at, and it's really easy to gain the weight. But when I hit 180 again, and I was kind of staying around 180, I really felt like, this is time for another water fast, get down maybe a little bit lower and then stabilize around 172, 173, where I really want to be. And, like I mentioned before, the injury that I had and the when I was sick, I really lost focus of working out, and so I really, kind of gained a little bit more weight than I wanted to. So this kind of is supposed to reset my body, and then I can start working out again and stabilize at a healthy weight. Last night some family was over and they were eating a nice dinner, so that was a lot easier than I thought again, because I was not hungry anymore. And this is really important to notice that people are not hungry during the water fast. Only the first few days they are, and then you kind of, your body switches over and you're not hungry anymore. And I had done some juicing in between the water fast and the my last water fast and this water fast. And I thought, oh, maybe I can also do some juicing instead of water fasting. But I felt like juicing is very difficult. The temptation of cheating like by just saying, oh, well, there's a special occasion so we can go out to eat, it's not a big deal, I can still juice on later and stuff. It's just really easy. The great thing about water fasting is that you really can't cheat. I mean, I don't even put toothpaste in my mouth. And so if you don't have anything ever besides water touching your mouth, it's really, easy to stick to it. If you juice, then you can say, oh, maybe let's have a smoothie, a fruit smoothie. And then, maybe you say, well, I'll add some milk to that smoothie, to make a different kind of, tasty, creamier smoothie. And then, the next thing, you maybe eating something like, oh, this doesn't make a big difference, a one-time thing, It's really a lot harder to stick to a juice fast, not to mention that, it takes a lot longer to lose weight. And I actually felt that I was staying stable even though I stuck to the juice fasting, and for a while. My weight was staying stable because it's pretty high calorie. I mean, you have to be really careful of, how you juice fast. It's just, those drinks are high calorie, so you can't really lose weight unless, you do it for a long time, and, you have maybe low calorie juices as well. So anyway, so that wraps up day 2, and, today I feel pretty confident will be a lot easier, and after day 3, on this is supposed to be pretty cruising. So anyway, I will report back tomorrow, and then I will see how everything went. Okay, see you tomorrow.